We come to you from the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Jay, I'm just trying to match your style.
I now know why guys wear shades when they come to the Staples Center. They have a bright future. While I'm taking mine off, I'm ready to see a star on the court tonight.
The credit card bill is coming your way. So is the start of this one.
Hey, lock up.
And too much contact.
His timing was a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
George.
To number 3, Anthony Davis. That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. And he hits all 3 free throws. To Davis. Oh, emphatic slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Strong finish for Paul George.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something, get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
4-2.
Leonard. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one, count it. Second and 3 is good. Knocks down all. All 3 at the line. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
James, his first effort, off the mark. Beyond the arc for 3. Cleans it up. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. To Danny Green. And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Anthony Davis, couple of free throws up. For his career, 79% at the line. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
George to Leonard. Danny Green pins it. Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 3 now here in the first. Clippers have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Kuzma against Paul George. It's no good. Shot's not going down.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Beverly. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
To Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Kawhi Leonard buries the three.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Lakers come up with it. Anthony Davis. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Great pass to set it up. Davis to Kyle Kuzma. Lets it fly from long range. Can't connect. Cousins. Kyle Kuzma. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Anthony.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Into the game for the Lakers, number 2.
Paul George. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Caldwell Pope to Danny Green. Fires the three. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Davis to Danny Green. Going to launch beyond the arc. Much needed bucket right there with the three. This game, long way to go. They're back within 10.
This isn't going to be a rollover game. That's the kind of facial expressions you need from somebody who's ready to fight.
Add 2 points to the board.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Strong finish that time for Danny Green. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Can't connect from in close.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
It's Cook with the basketball. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. To Danny Green. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Leonard. For three, on fire to start this one. 4 threes in this first quarter alone.
And I love this offense in the playbook. It's called give him the ball and get out the way.
Clippers have it. That misses with a second to go. The first quarter's complete and a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. LBJ with it. Offensive board to James. Wide open look, won't go. Oh, you can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Leonard. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Knocks down the first. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Clippers have got it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Davis. McGee powers it through.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Number 3, Anthony Davis.
Beverly into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. The pass taken away by the Lakers to Caldwell Pope. From long range. Second effort. Kicks it around the perimeter. Kuzma. Fires the three. Offensive board. JaVale McGee to Caldwell Pope. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
Beverly to Leonard. Knocks it down from mid-range.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Williams.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Anthony Davis. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Kyle Kuzma. Kawhi.
No! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Number 15, DeMarcus Cousins.
And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
20. That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Danny Green. Caldwell Pope. And the rebound taken in by George. To Leonard. And look out. Big finish at the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
4-3. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the three.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Kawhi Leonard in a matchup with Boogie. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player.
Ferocious slam inside.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
George.
Defensive foul to number 3.
Paul George. He's going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down. And he hits the second. Hits all 3 free throws.
Subbing in for L.A., number 7, JaVale
Caldwell Pope against Paul George. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Kuzma matched up with Paul George. Over to the right side. To Kyle Kuzma. Beyond the arc for 3. Good contest. Made it tough for Kuzma. To Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good to Caldwell Pope. He throws it down.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverley. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Rises for the slam.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Beverley. Kawhi Leonard. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Free throw try. Off the mark. Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Is good.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Leonard. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Strong finish for Paul George.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
George. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Deep three at the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. First half in the books. It's been all Clippers so far. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. And throws it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Caldwell Pope. Flushes it home.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Beverley. Patrick Beverley. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Here's Leonard for two, and strokes it.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
George knocks it down. That was a tough shot. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Leonard. Well defended. To James. Turns and slams it down.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
LBJ has it. Fires the three, and the rebound taken in by Beverly. To Paul George. Anthony Davis tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Caldwell Pope, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Leonard to Beverly. Patrick Beverly. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball, let him prove that it wasn't the D, it was more in his own head.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. New blood coming in for both sides. It's James, and drains it.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Paul George. With that, he's 5 for 9.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Knocked loose, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
It's James controlling the offense. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Beverly to George. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Kyle Kuzma is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's struggled so far and hits the first free throw. Second to 3, got it. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Count the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. George steps out and hits.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Won't go. He'll let one fly from half court. 3 quarters complete, and a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Knocked loose. Beverly Patrick Beverly, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Williams across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Smothering D. To Danny Green. Patrick Beverly sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
It was right there. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Big finish at the rim.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Leonard to Williams. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
And Cousins throwing it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Clippers have the basketball. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Danny Green. Davis. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. Cruises inside for 2.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Los Angeles has the basketball. James to Caldwell Pope. Davis.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Caldwell Pope. Danny Green. Paul George with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Leonard. Had a good look there, but it's no good. The pass taken away.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
George to Leonard. For 3, well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
To Kyle Kuzma. From long range. Working hard on the ground. Anthony Davis. Put back is good.
AD is absolutely going to have a feast if you don't try to lock him up.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Screen coming. Fires the 3. And the rebound taken in by George.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, That's a scary thing to watch.
To Danny Green. 4-3. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
Beyond the arc for 3. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Hey, lock up.
George knocks it down.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a present.